Hey, this is KSP with Tape, and today you join me for another episode of the Permadeath Career Mode. Today I am doing various things, mainly testing my Moon rocket. I haven't built it yet, I need a little bit more science, which is why you join me out on the pad with a little science rig. This is testing this science rig for future use with my goo and my new materials bay, which hasn't been used yet, I don't think. Um, I recently unlocked a few things by doing the science in the last episode. Completely forgotten what I've done. But anyway, so I need about 13 more science to unlock my parts for the Moon rocket. I need a few structural parts, and and I need power generation because life support. Because I am actually using my mods today. Should preserve the mystery goo, getting like 3 science. And the materials bay. What do I get from here? 7.5. That's not bad. Anyway, I'll just get an EVA. I'm just gonna collect everything and just talk over what I'm doing. Yeah, so I need a little bit more science to get structural parts and eventually power generation. So I'm not going to get the power generation today. I doubt we'll get enough science. But anyway, because life support requires definite power generation, I could go to the moon without power generation, just with a couple extra batteries. But with the life support system, the Kerbals need power to survive, or they just die of being cold and things. And geez, okay, yeah, okay, that's a little bit of science. That's pretty good. Getting more science from the pad than I thought I would. Geez, you get a lot from the surface sample. I guess I don't know much about the launch pad. But anyway, yeah. So that's basically the aim of this video, is to test my Moon rocket and gain stuff to make the basics of it. But anyway, I am just gonna go back to the science thing. I'm just gonna cut here real quick, or Fraps will crash my game because you know. Anyway, I'm back in the science room. Let's call it the science room, and I don't need that right now. But I do need the structural parts. So this is just decouplers and the tricoupler, especially for my engine stack, and you know, launch struts. I don't need that right now. I don't need the new fuel tanks right now. And I've got these. But the annoying thing about these things is I had to click on each of these to research them separately because the mod parts have this thing built for the future when stuff will actually cost money. But anyway, this is what I'm getting right now, just 45 science. I have more than enough for that, and soon I'll be getting these things. Anyway, I will see you out on the pad after I've built the first rendition of my Moon rocket. As I say, it's not finished yet, but this will be the prototype, so I will see you in a second. Yeah, so we're out on the pad with, well, actually my Moon rocket. This will eventually take my Kerbals to the moon, but not today, because I don't have any power generation. And you may say, well, you don't need power generation, just put some batteries on. Yes, I have put batteries on, but I'm using life support. So I only have an hour and 40 of life in there, of life energy. And then without, I think it's 2 hours I have until I'm super dead from not having electricity. So I don't want that to happen. So today is just testing the equipment and testing out my materials bay in space. There's no transmission device on this yet because I don't have any power generation. And, you know, I don't like being, I don't like maybe dying over power. Anyway, so I'm just going to launch this. Yeah. This is a craft I've used a bit before in my other, just career mode I was messing around with. It doesn't have any reaction wheels on it because I haven't unlocked them yet. These aren't gimbling engines either because they're not powerful enough for this engine stack. So, you know, oh, I'm falling over. Yeah, so I have little control, but, you know, and then I have to use this huge fuel stack. I meant fuel stack, not engine stack. I have to use this huge fuel stack because, I don't have any cross speed, so I can't, like, drop off stages as easily. God, that looks cool, doesn't it? And I am using the fairings just because why not? I freaking love fairings, is why. Oh no! I want to be tipping over. No, I don't. I want to be pointing directly upwards. But my craft, I don't have a huge amount of control over what's going on here. You know, it's just happening. Anyway, so yeah, for this craft, I did need this tricoupler. Almost decoupled. No, I did need this tricoupler because I need to have a triple engine stack to get to the moon. And I could have done this without. I could have done this particular mission without the Mooner craft, but. Well, I want to test out the kit I'm going to be using in the future. I mean, this is a Permadeath series, and it does have an abort system. The abort system will basically disassemble most of the craft and get my men out of there, because I don't want them dying, because then the series ends. And I'm also testing re-entry. Oh, freak, I am way out. Luckily, I'm not going to the moon because I'm pointing way off. I mean, seriously. Okay. Yeah, it's lucky. Oh no, I've already covered that. Yeah, something I didn't realise until I was messing around in my test save, which was bloody lucky I was messing around on my test save, or we'd all, well, this series would have probably ended fairly soon, is that not only is there burning, there's also G-force damage. I think I mentioned something about the G-force effects in my mod video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out now. There'll probably be a link on screen. Oh bloody hell, where's my Apple Apps? Okay. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh, Jesus, there's too much stuff going on for me to focus. Pointing upwards. This is just not really... I don't think I have any control over this. Okay, ditch that stage, thank God. Activate that gimbling engine. God, I love gimbling engines. Yeah, so there's G-force damage. If you come in too hard, if you come into the atmosphere too hard, your guys die, and that's really bad because you don't want them to die, especially in a permadeath series. Anyway, I am now boosting into a higher orbit. I'm gonna gravity turn a little more because this upper stage is fairly little. This is just for going to the moon, and going to the moon isn't that hard when it comes down to it. When you've done it when you've done it as much as I have, because I've been to the moon quite a lot. Okay. I'm just going to warp up to apogee, and then go out into a higher orbit, and then probably come back. Okay, I can unphysically time warp. I can pretend to, I don't know what unphysical, just time warp. Okay, and you see my stats. I have used no food yet, because I've only been here 5 minutes. So, you know, that's good. Okay, I'm going to want to ditch these fairings about now. 5 fairings. And in here we have the Mooner flyby craft. That's what this will soon be for. It's not my lander yet, it is just my flyby craft because, well, I'm progressing fairly slowly, I think. Well, not slowly, just at a logical rate. So yeah, it'll take this little science rig out to the moon. And its little craft is an LV909 and this little engine just for flying around and doing stuff. It's maybe not circularizing around the moon, it's a flyby. But it could circularize around the moon and come back. It is equipped for that and maybe used for a mission for doing that. Hopefully this will circularize, because I am testing the Mooncraft. That is heavily what this mission is about. More so than the science I'll do more so than the science I'll do high above Kerbal. Alright, not quite. I didn't fly it very well. I think it can get into orbit. Yeah, no, it definitely can get into orbit not using the stage I'm on now, but you know, because I have used it a bit before in other things. And if I improve the upper stage a little, I mean, this is just, well, this isn't even Morpheus 1. I've called it Morpheus because I freaking love Morpheus from the Matrix. Because Matrix 1 was awesome. Matrix 2 was eh. Matrix 3 was eh. I like them more than most people like them, but I don't think they were great compared to Matrix 1. You know, that's kind of beside the point. Yeah, so it's a Morpheus 1 craft. Yeah, so this is more of a Morpheus prototype than a Morpheus 1 craft. So I am going to probably improve all this stuff and unlock more stuff for going to the moon, like power generation, maybe fuel crossfeed, maybe. Well, I'll probably hold off on that, so I don't particularly need it right now. Okay. So we have boosted onto a high trajectory, and we're also testing out our life support systems because up until now, if you haven't seen the mod video, there will maybe be a link on screen. Just go check it out. It's my channel. I think pretty sure it's the last video I did. Yeah. So I haven't had mods in the last video, in the last episodes, which is so I have life support and deadly reentry. If I haven't mentioned that yet, it's been a while and I'm tired. But yeah. So I'm also testing out my life support systems, because up until now, Kerbals have not needed to be alive. That's an odd discovery we've made. And and I have this abort system on here. I've already mentioned that, I think. Anyway, you see I'm packing 2 batteries, just as a little bit of extra insurance. And 3 parachutes and things. And there's a possibility when I re-enter the heat shield that's here, because as standard, there's heat shield on this pod, but there isn't heat shield on this, so there's a heat shield below there, and that might not protect the parachutes. I'm pretty sure it will, but a concern is that it won't protect the parachutes, and that would be really bad. Okay, let's go up into a higher above the thing. And I haven't tested out the materials bay yet, so let's see how much science we get from this. 25, I will take that and run. That's good. Good testings. Ah, there's the moon, mocking me, saying, "Ha, you can't get here yet, fool." That's what it's saying in its mind. The moon has a mind. I probably sound like I'm on drugs right now. Yeah, no, that'd make this less focusable. Anyway, I am now going to deorbit. Because I've been in space for okay, how long till then? Okay, I want to be hitting the atmosphere at about 30 kilometers, because then I won't hit it too hard, and I definitely won't skip out of it, because if I skip out of it, geez, I've never had that problem before. Skipping out of the atmosphere has never been actually a huge threat to me, but now if I do it, I die. Well, that's interesting. Okay, that'll do. Now we make sure that's the right thing, because I don't want to be ditching my decoupler by accident. Okay, goodbye. No, ditching my heat shield by accident, even. Alright, I will use those retrograde rockets to slow me down on re-entry, to stop the G-force having too heavy an effect on me. Alright, we're going to go into the night side. Won't need much for power. Okay, we only have 40 minutes remaining life support power, 18 minutes until periaps, so we should be fine, but I am a little concerned about control, because I need to be, more than anything, I need to be pointing retrograde when I enter the atmosphere, because if I'm not, then there's a heavy possibility I'll lose parachutes. I don't need these retro rockets yet. And I've got to make sure like hell that I make sure that the retro rockets don't burn off before I fire them. Because if one burns off, then I send into a spin and that burns everything. Geez, I've never had to plan a re-entry so much. Because I have done a bit of deadly re-entry in the past, but it's never mattered if they've died. And in the last two permadeaths, the re-entry wasn't dangerous. Jeez, this is too much thinking. I don't like it. I don't like this. So we're coming back 2,700 meters per second. I am nervous. This is my first deadly re-entry in actual permadeath. Now I've done re-entries, and I did one in the last video I did, and that went fine, but now I'm worried. Jeez. Okay, let's maintain attitude control. We have 25 minutes left of power, and I am using it to maintain attitude control. Okay. When we start burning, I will fire the retrograde rocket to slow me down a little bit. Okay. Let's warp a little bit. Keep an eye on the heat shield. Make sure it doesn't start burning without telling me. Okay, we're slipping off. I have to... I've made it so that if I'm slightly off retrograde, upwards or downwards, it won't affect my parachutes too badly. I'm hoping. Because if it does, then well shit, I'm dead. Okay. When it starts to burn, we fire the retrograde rockets. Well, I fire the retrograde rockets. You sit there and watch me fire the retrograde rockets. This is the hypest gaming on YouTube. Yeah, it's super intense. Yeah, it's intense for me. Okay, now we've started to burn, I believe. Yep. Okay. Fire the rockets. Oh, they're overheating as they're burning. It's a race to the finish. And oh, thank God, everything's fine. Whew. Okay, are we going to start to burn heavily? Not too bad. Not too bad. Hasn't fully started burning, I don't think. I think I may have slowed myself down sufficiently. Whew! Everything's fine. I don't know. I don't know what you guys were getting so worked up about. That was fine. Wow, I should definitely... Oh, now we're burning. Well, shit, son. That was a cruel joke. It was... Are we burning? Okay, now we're getting G-force effects. That's what this is, I've realized. I pointed out in the last episode I mentioned G-force effects, but didn't mention what they were. This is G-force effects. This will have the worst effect. The burning you can defend against very easily, but the G-force effects will rip apart your craft and kill your people. They will murder them. And that is bad. We do not... Okay, not quite pointing retrograde. Okay. Oh, G-force effects. Those are the bastards, the hidden ones you don't see coming. Okay. Alrighty then. Well, this has been a fairly... Oh, that heated up just loads. Oh no, don't tilt that way. Oh, that is very bad. Okay. Right, well, this has been a pretty successful mission so far. I mean, hasn't gone horribly wrong. Those haven't overheated. Well, this has... Geez, yeah, I got through that fine. Not so badly. Well, this has been a very successful mission. I was worried that the testing would just seem a little pointless, considering this is my moon rocket. There go the chutes. Everything's fine. That's good. We got a considerable amount of science. I'll get a little bit more when we get down to the water. We tested out life support. Works fine. Yeah, we tested out re-entry. We've got a re-entry plan. Coming back from the moon might be a little harder. But, you know, should be fine. Yeah, I'm gonna have to... And we've tested the Mooner craft, so that is good. I will have to wait till this gets to the water, because you may disagree that it gets back. I'm disagreeing that the science will be alright, actually. That's a thing. Yeah, geez. Okay. Well, we'll know soon, I guess. Let's just hope this slows down, and I thought it's slowing down fine. I'm getting a frame rate drops for the first time in a long time. Oh no, it was just first time loading in. Yeah, Horizon really screws with you. That's odd. Anyway. Yeah, so that launch vehicle works fine. I'll maybe be able to unlock some more science. I mean, that will probably be in the next episode, I think. Yeah. Just wait for this to get back. It's not over yet. I mean, I might lose 25 science. That'd be really bad. Anyway. And yeah, well, coming back from, like, how many? Oh, here go the chutes. Oh, everything's fine. Now we've got the landing. Anyway. Yeah, so coming back from the moon, I'm going to be becoming a lot faster and possibly steeper, so that could... G-force effects will really screw me up. As I said, I mean, those are the real problem in this kind of situation. But, you know, it's not too bad. Mainly, we didn't kill anyone. We have done science. We didn't go to the moon. I was actually kind of planning to go to the moon until I realized, oh yeah, that's not going to work, is it? Because I don't have any power generation. But hopefully we'll be able to unlock power generation soon. That is the next on my list of things. Yeah, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you want to see more of this, feel free to comment. No, feel free to subscribe. If you want to comment, great. Ooh, I didn't lose anything. Good. I won't recover this now. It'll crash the recording. Actually, if I stop recording, it'll go... But nah, it'll be fine. Yeah, so if you've liked this video, feel free to like this video. Want to say anything, obviously feel free to comment. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already and you want to see more of this, more of Elu Base, and more of anything else I'm doing in the future, I may be doing new things, I'm not sure. Feel free to subscribe if you want to go see other games. Check out my other channel, there'll be probably links on the screen right now. This has been KSP with Tape. I will see you next time.